Strong tremors were also felt in neighboring Thailand. A 33-story building under construction collapsed in the capital, Bangkok. Thai authorities say at least 9 people were killed and 22 injured in Bangkok. The majority of the dead were from workers at the high-rise building that collapsed, while others were from other construction sites. Saksith Sayasombut has more.
The city of Bangkok was stunned by tremors from Friday's magnitude 7.7 earthquake in Myanmar. It has come back to life, but the scars are still visible. This luxury high-rise condominium had its walkways ripped off, the panels still dangling from high up. None of the residents have been allowed back in. The collapsed, partially constructed high-rise in the Jatuchak area in northern Bangkok saw the worst destruction. At least 100 workers were on the site when it came down. The search for them goes on, with hundreds of teams still going through the rubble. 24 hours after the earthquake, things have changed. What was a construction site for a 30-story high-rise building is now a mountain of rubble, and the area around it has changed as well. First of all, there's a lot of sand and a lot of dust around here. When that building came down, plumes of smoke were strewn across the whole area, and actually it's still a little bit hard to breathe. And behind me there's a small tent city being built up. The command center over there, that's where the operation is being planned, but also the number of victims are being tallied, the number of people who have died, the number of people who are injured, but more importantly, those that are still unaccounted for. Among these 2 women who came from Udon Thani in the northeast of Thailand is the girlfriend of a worker who was on the site.
ยังไม่ได้ข่าวเขาเลยแต่ทีมงานมี9 คนรอดมา3เขาอยู่ชั้น19เขาวิ่งมาไม่น่าจะไม่ทันแต่ว่าคน3 คนเนี่ยคือเขาลงมาเข้าห้องน้ำแต่ที่6 คนเขาอยู่ชั้น19
Heavy equipment has been brought in to clear out the rubble, but high heat and humidity, as well as fears of further collapse, are slowing them down. Thai Deputy Prime Minister and Interior Minister Anutin Chanvirakul, in charge of disaster mitigation, came to see the operation site and told CNA that while this was the only structure that collapsed, all buildings will need to be assessed.
This site is the most devastating, and the rest of the countries we have been reported, I would say, not major damage.
Do you think that still, given what has happened, that there will need to be a review about, for example, building codes, that they need to be buffed up for these kind of events?
If you notice how many buildings are in Bangkok, and there's only one incident here, so we believe that the rest of the buildings are still within the standard, but however we have already issued the instructions to all building owners to certify the buildings once again.
The Interior Minister was also at a press conference attended by Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, who said official findings into the collapse will be available soon.
ตอนนี้ก็เร่งให้ทางกรมโยธานะคะดูในเรื่องของตัวตึกที่ถล่มค่ะว่าเกิดอะไรขึ้นและมาตรการต่อไปจะเป็นอย่างไรนะคะอันนี้ก็จะกลับมารายงานผลอีก1 อาทิตย์ข้างหน้านี้นะคะว่าเหตุเกิดจากอะไรและทำไมถึงเป็นแบบนี้นะคะแล้วก็สามารถแก้ไขอะไรต่อไปได้ในอนาคตค่ะ
Elsewhere in the capital, city authorities say they have received about 2,000 reports of damage to buildings, and an army of engineers have fanned out across the city to assess it. On Friday, Prime Minister Paetongtarn instructed the Interior Ministry to declare Bangkok a disaster zone. But on Saturday, she said the situation in Bangkok has returned to normal. The government will be handing out relief and support to those affected by the quake. Saksith Sayasombut, CNA, Bangkok.